Hey guys, I'm Mighty Alexander. Welcome to my channel. Today I will be going over 8 shockingly interesting historical facts. Now let's get into number 1. Starting off with number 1 on this list, did you know that Captain Morgan was a real guy? The famous alcoholic drink, Captain Morgan's rum, was actually named after Captain Henry Morgan, who was a Welsh privateer and plantation owner, and he later became the Lieutenant Governor of Jamaica. Coming in at historical fact number 2, did you know that Oxford University, located in Oxford, England, is older than the Aztec civilization? Oxford University was founded in 1096 AD, which makes it around 250 years older than the Aztec civilization. By 1249, Oxford University became a full-fledged university, making it the oldest English-speaking university in the world. Historical fact number 3. Did you know that in 18th century England, pineapples were considered a status symbol? Well, you might ask, why pineapples? Why were pineapples such a symbol of status? Well, at that time, people were adventuring across the globe, and it was not easy to reach these places. Only the wealthy and the determined could finance a sea exploration and adventure to reach these distant lands to bring back riches and foods. That being said, pineapples said something about you. It either meant that you were a lively adventurer or wealthy enough to pay someone off to do the job and bring back these fruits for you. The complexity of not only growing these fruits but bringing them back home to England made the fruit become a symbol of royal privilege. To the point that King Charles II of England even posed with a pineapple for a portrait as a status symbol. Coming in at shocking historical fact number 4, we are talking about the richest person in history. About the richest person in history, African Emperor Mansa Musa may come to mind because he had an estimated net worth of $400 billion when counting in today's inflation. That being said, people are starting to talk about the fact that Julius Caesar's nephew, Augustus Caesar, was the wealthiest person in history with an estimated of $4.6 trillion when counting in for today's inflation. Coming in at halfway of this list with shocking historical fact number 5. Did you know that Cleopatra's reign was closer to the moon landings than the building of the Great Pyramids? Doing some simple math, Cleopatra was born 2,500 years after the Great Pyramid at Giza was built. That also makes the fact that Cleopatra was born 2,000 years before the first moon landing. I mean, just thinking about that is crazy. It really opens up my mind on how old the ancient Egyptian civilization really was, and also the fact how advanced their technology was for this ancient period of time, and how accurately they were able to build these pyramids. No wonder there's hundreds of conspiracies going around on the building of the Great Pyramids. In with shocking historical fact number 6, did you know that the mighty Alexander the Great named over 70 cities after himself? Alexander the Great was one of the best military strategists and leaders. Alexander the Great went through many conquests and fought in many gruesome battles, one of the most notable being against the Achaemenid Persian Empire that was ruled under King Darius III of Persia. Being said, it is well known that Alexander the Great was a successful leader and gained a lot of land, and he gained over 2 million square miles of land, so it is no doubt that he named multiple cities after himself, in this case being over 70 cities. In that shocking historical fact number 7, did you know that in the Soviet Union, people used X-ray plates to listen to band music? In the early days of the Soviet Union, music censorship was a big concern, especially for musicians, enthusiasts, and regular people alike that wanted to listen to music from abroad. Now, music censorship wasn't the biggest concern. It was the fact that being able to obtain vinyls and different records were very limited in the Soviet Union, as it was very difficult to obtain foreign records. Very few people had the privilege to be able to bring back records, and it was mostly from military personnel. We know that Soviet people are very intelligent, and these people that were able to bring back records into the Soviet Union would then either sell them or they would burn this audio onto unused or unwanted X-ray plates from hospitals. Once they started burning the audio onto these X-ray plates, they would then sell it on the black market or to an underground audience that appealed to this music. That being said, it was a success, but these X-ray plates did not hold up the audio quality, and they would eventually deteriorate and play very poorly, if not work at all. Before I move on, I would like to mention that this was huge during the 1960s of Soviet Union Russia. Coming in at historical fact number 8. Now this one is pretty creepy. Did you know that there was a book that predicted the Titanic sinking 14 years prior to its sinking date? Futility is a novella written by Morgan Robertson that was published in 1898. It was later then revised as The Wreck of the Titan in 1912. Now, if this isn't creepy or eerie, I don't know what is. This book predicted a very similar disaster to the one of the real Titanic sinking. Starting it off, in the book, the ship was called the Titan. Titan, Titanic, very similar, very creepy, but it doesn't end there. In the novel, the Titan sank by being struck by an iceberg on the starboard side of the ship, the same as the Titanic. Not only that, but the sinking in the book and in real life was in the month of April. Now this is getting chilly. Not only was the names of the two ships similar, the tragedy which sunk the ships were the same, and the month they both sank were the same, but the route was also the same. The Titanic, though, was going from Southampton, England to New York, and in the book, the Titan was going from New York to Southampton when it sunk. Very scary. Now, I'm not too sure how much of a coincidence this is from the way it sounds. So guys, those were my 8 shockingly interesting historical facts. If you liked the video, please leave a like down below. And if you want to see more content or similar content, please subscribe to my channel. Share this video to some friends who may like it. And I'm Mighty. Thanks for watching.